All right, folks, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you're in. I know we got some people in from all over the different various parts of the world. I see people from Australia. I think there's some people from New Zealand here, probably other countries I can't see. Well, I want to thank you all personally for being here. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Val Smith. I've been in the network marketing industry for 43 years. There's nothing I haven't seen, from the good, the bad, the ugly, you name it, I've seen it all. And so the big question is, why are we here? Why are we congregating here this morning with We Got Friends? Well, that's a great question. In order for things to change, people have to change, systems have to change. Believe it or not, our industry has to change, and we've created the biggest solution in the industry that I've observed in 43 years. There's a lot of thought that went into this. We had to study the psychology of every decade of network marketing. What moves people? What causes people to tick? And so when you see this presentation this morning, I want you to think about it strategically. I want you to think about it like a chess master, like somebody playing a professional game of something where they're very strategic. All right. You're going to see a lot of mastery going on here, not so much with me, but from a deep-rooted psychological subconscious point of view, you're going to understand the potency of what we created here. The really cool thing is yesterday, I think it was Friday afternoon, the lights went green at about 3:45 p.m. New York time, Eastern time. A few thousand people powered their way into this company in just a few hours. So this thing is taken off. It's revolutionary. The smart people will see it. The cynical and skeptical, well, we know what happens to them, right? Dysfunction, recruiting dysfunction can only equal dysfunction. So why we put this together is to eliminate the dysfunction and create master marketers in the online marketing world. The home-based business greatly deserves it. So welcome to We Got Friends. What we're going to talk about right now is the number one and the number two problem holding people back in this industry. Really, the biggest problem, and I think you know it right now for most people, is the fact that there are not enough friends out there in the industry. There's only so many times you can go back to your family and your friends and your loved ones. So the biggest problems we have right now for all of you, you know this, what we have in an industry is a lot of hype, smoke and mirrors, a lot of great companies, a lot of great products out there, a lot of people chasing this, a lot of people chasing that. Everybody wants that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But my question to you is this: when you are seeking that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, who are you going to take the message to? Because the bottom line, we as marketers, we as executioners of an industry, we're basically carrier pigeons of a message. And most people don't know what it's like to be a professional carrier pigeon. And so what we do is we kind of hang out on social media and we contact our family and friends and we tap into lists. But again, the big question is, for longevity, how many times can you go back to the same people before it all ends? All right. So there's a lot of great companies out there, a lot of great companies, but there's also a lot of dead downlines. So this is where we kick in. We've eliminated the two most major obstacles. Number one, we've got more friends than Carter has liver pills. All right. We can generate over 10 to 14 million leads a month using the second largest media source in North America. And they are always willing to ramp up. Money talks, right? So what we've done is we've created a turnkey package here where you can basically have access to 100 people every single month that are opting in by the minute, that are asking for information to make anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000 a month. So visualize this. Would you rather go out there and try to promote to people that aren't interested in listening to anything? Don't want any part of anything, don't want to hear a convincing job? Or would you like to be working in your home office like I'm sitting here right now, and in front of me have access to 100 people that are seeking information, 100 people that requested and are looking for answers to a solution to their problem? That's the big difference in marketing, okay? The second component to that is closing. Very few people in this industry know how to close. Very few people in this industry know how to tap into the subconscious mind. You know what marketing is? Marketing is like intellectual intercourse. It's empowerment. Marketing is the art and science of empowering, communicating, and developing a relationship with another human being based on their needs and not mine or yours as promoters. So when we can tap into somebody's subconscious mind and stimulate growth and stimulate solutions, guess what? That's when you have a real life conversation, and that's when people want to do business with you. You all know it: buying cars, buying houses, buying shoes, buying food. You're tapping into a subconscious level of the mind, okay? So closing leads, that's our expertise. We've got everything here you could ever need, want, desire, all right? So think about it. Dave Dubbs likes to say, you know why the reason people in this industry aren't making money is because most people suck. And you know what? It's not that they suck, but their skill set sucks. So he is absolutely correct in saying that. We're going to correct that here. So take a look at this. Every single month, you're a part of a group, you're a part of an association, a community where you're guaranteed 100 friends every single month. We're not telling you to go out there and run solo ads. Now, if you have that skill set, go out and do it. We're not telling you to go out and run any ads on Facebook, take money out of your pocket, do this, do that, do that, do this, do that, and the other. The real source is being able to take X amount of dollars, execute it into a business opportunity where you can make money, and at the same time be guaranteed. If I were to give a company $200, for clicks to my website, what am I getting in return? Guaranteed? Probably nothing. Here you're guaranteed 100 leads every single month, okay? So what more could you ask for? So let's talk a little bit about the products on the inside, outside of our incredible lead program. But anyhow, so let's talk about the cost of our program here. So we got friends. You become an independent consultant. You're guaranteed 100 prospects every single month. What's going to cost you? Really no money out of pocket. You can do it through leveraging, but on the surface, it's $69.95 per month. One-time fee, $20 to get started when you first come in. Okay? Here's something that is really near and dear to my heart. In the back office, you're going to see the digital hack library, and this will all go active in 30 days from now. Right now, we're building the database. We're bringing people in from all over the world. Like I said, a few thousand people came in yesterday in the first 4 hours. The digital hack library is really cool because what it is, it's the mentoring workshop. It's basically going to give you video tutorials. It's going to give you scripts. It's going to give you all kinds of powerful directives that some of the biggest whales, I like to call them whales, orca whales in the industry, use in order to dominate and control what it is they do. So let me give you an example. You're marketing online. Somebody says to you, how much does it cost to get started? How do you handle that question? I mean, really, how do you handle that question? You say, well, it's $100 to get in. It's $40 for shipping and handling. You're on auto ship every single month. You got to buy this, you got to buy that, you got to buy that, and you got to buy this. That's the wrong answer. Never do that if you want to make money. We're going to show you how to have people in the palm of your hands, give them an empowering answer. Somebody says, how much is it going to cost me? I'm going to teach you how to own them. All right. Digital hack library. What if somebody says, well, how much money are you making? How long have you been in the program for? How much money are you making? We're going to teach you how to own them. You're not going to say, oh, well, I've only been in the program for 3 days, or I've only been in the program for 6 years and I haven't made any money yet, but my upline's great, or these guys are making money, or it's not about me, it's about us working together. Those are all pathetic answers that, you're going to learn out there from people that have very little training acumen, okay? So what we're going to do in the back office is we're going to give you scripts, we're going to give you technology, we're going to give you videos, we're going to give you tutorials, how to break another person down in a matter of 7-8 seconds, all right? Own people in 7 or 8 seconds. Maybe if you don't speak as fast as I do, maybe 20 seconds. It's still pretty good, right? So there's going to be an incredible 9th degree black belt training facility, digital hack library in the back office where you can dominate and control. And then here's the really cool feature that our MLM attorney totally loves. All right. And I just have to say that because a lot of companies out there don't have MLM attorneys. We have an amazing infrastructure with 10 years or a decade of experience, in-house, everything from programming to creative to artwork to website developers. Everything is in-house. That's a beautiful thing. Most companies can't do that. We got Friends Lead Store. This is what makes it really fun and exciting. Because we have access to so many leads, we're going to set you up in your own personal lead store. Do you know that you could become a 6-figure, a 7-figure earner alone just having your own lead store? So this is an independent lead store where you can have inventory and be able to sell every single day, every single minute, every single hour to a dysfunctional home-based business crowd, people looking for solutions, answer, where do I get leads? How do I get, people to look at my website, this, that, and the other. All right. And you can make retail profits developing your own customers. We're also going to, in the near future, have a catalog in there. So if you're looking for just women, if you're looking for weight loss, if you're looking for telephone interviewed leads, if you're looking for mail leads, these type of things can be customized over a period of time. The pricing will vary on a menu, just like a restaurant. Somebody says, I want 100 telephone verified interview leads. You're going to have a wholesale price. There's going to be a retail price. Those people pay you. You've got money in your pocket. All right. All right. Pretty powerful stuff. Here's one of my favorites. I'm pretty stoked about this, and you'll understand why. We're all living in the year 2020. We just came out of COVID. We just came out of a gasoline crisis. Up here in Canada, where I am, gasoline maxed out at a little over $10 a gallon. For those of you, yeah, probably more, close to 11 if you live where Tracy is. She's in the Pacific Ocean there in Vancouver. But up here in Canada, it was expensive. And I totally respect the fact that for many of you around the world, you've seen the same issue in your towns, your city, your states, your countries. Okay. So what's my point? My point is there's two psychological dynamics going on here that I really want to push into your mindset, if I may. We are living in a cellular society. When I was a kid growing up, there was no such thing as a cell phone. When they came out in the 80s, they were the size of bricks, but you had to be a billionaire to own one. The rich kids, their dads with the Cadillacs back in 1983, 84, they had to get smart suitcase and a mobile phone, right? Today, their cell phones are cheap. Everyone's got them. The cell phone is part of the anatomy of your body. You can't live without it. If any of you put your cell phone down, you panic. You know that. Your heart palpitates. You suffer anxiety. We are living in a cellular society. So what does that mean? It means the world is changing. It's evolving. Corporations, the retail sector is dying, but the smart ones understand that people are living their lives through cellular technology, from banking to family to credit card. Everything is on the cell phone. All right, everything. Unfortunately, it's the most important aspect of a person's life in a lot of cases, more so than family, you kind of wonder. My wife reminds me that all the time. Put the cell phone down and watch the TV with me. So bottom line is, if we are living in a cellular society, what does that mean? It means corporations want an app on your cell phone. They don't have to pay for advertising. They forced you by offering you updated deals by the minute to go to your cell phone because they know you're on it anyhow. They've got your undivided attention. It's like Facebook. It's an addiction. They own you. Corporations own you, and they do it through the cell phone. So what they do is they offer you great deals. Look at Papa John's here. Well, sir, the invoice is $63.06, but you've got your app today. That's wonderful, $47.29. How about an insurance quote? Wait till I show you this on the next page, $345 in savings. One of the savings clubs with a travel app, for example, the Hilton Hotel in Nashville. Walk up to the desk, pay your invoice to check out. They take $50 off because you have the app right there. $85 today, sir. Your room just went down from $135. Have a wonderful day. Or ma'am, you know what I'm saying? So pretty powerful stuff. Check this out. Like the terminology, link in bio. That's the big trend out there on the internet, isn't it? And I'm sure many of you are familiar with these apps, but I'm going to tell you what makes ours different, unique, exciting. So here's our good friend, Jamie from Ohio. Gotta love Jamie. This guy's one sharp dude. You know how much money he's making? Even without a compensation plan, just for the $69.95 alone being a part of this, Jamie is now referring people to one of the apps that we have in the back office. You know what that's doing for him and his referral? Every time he's referring somebody, $30. What if he refers 10 people today? Makes $300. You know how many senior citizens would love to do that? People on fixed incomes would love to do that. You know how many people that are struggling don't want to go to work? You know how many people in their 60s and 70s have to work because they're stuck? The world is crushing them financially. Well, we're the solution. They could sit at home. They could do some small-time marketing using the incredible training modules in the back office you'll see in launch to basically sit home and put an extra $125 a day in their pocket. An extra $2,000 a month without even going to the bathroom. That's pretty exciting. Jordan from Maryland. This is pretty cool. You know what she does? We were just talking the other day. I was talking to Jordan the other day. You know what she told me? She said, Val, I said, yeah. She says, I've got this really cool app that you guys know about that you're sharing and passing on to others. She said, I don't use it religiously. She says, I should be using it religiously. She said, I keep forgetting some reason, but she said, you know, I'm a stay-at-home mom and I've got to take my kids to school and got to take my kids to Sunday school and take them around town to sports events and whatnot and things like that. She says, you know how powerful this app is? She said, I've just been using it for like 6 weeks and I've got cash back. I've got cash back is $76. And she said, I haven't been using it religiously. She said, if I was using it religiously, I probably would have pocketed $140. Isn't that amazing? 6 weeks. Other companies aren't doing that. Other companies are taking auto ships. Other companies are putting people into debt. We found a way to empower the community by giving people a second chance at life and saying, hey, would you trade $69.95 a month to have 100 leads a month, to have an incredible lead store, to have the best mentorship on the planet in the home-based business community, to be able to put $2,000-$3,000 in your pocket a month, $600-$700 a month in your pocket without even having to recruit or sponsor anybody? I mean, without even having to get out there and hustle and promote, just really simply by sharing apps if you wanted to do that. So that's the app feature in our back office. Pretty hot, pretty exciting. Here's one that I really, really love because I have exotic cars. I've had 68 automobiles in the last 4 years. My wife doesn't like it, you know, because we have to warehouse and have to use, you know, hoists and things like that when you've got over a couple $1 million in automobiles. So anyhow, Dave from Tennessee, check this out. Dave from Tennessee, one of our partners, he's got some really nice automobiles. He's got 6. And we were on a call not too long ago. You know what Dave did? He popped up an app right there in front of me. He said, guys, check this out. So he goes in on the app, and when he's doing a screenshot, just like I'm doing a screenshot right now or a screen share, and he says, look at this. So he punches in some numbers, hits calculate. Guess what happened? On the 6 automobiles alone that he owns, he's got some nice cars. It came back with a $345 savings per month. And I said, anyone got a calculator here? I don't have a calculator. So I think Tracy or Jordan were calculating and we didn't know whether to pass out or fall out of our chairs. $4,140 a year in savings, all because he went onto an app. He now has a brand new insurance company. Way to go, Dave. Compensation plan. I guess y'all want to make some money here. You're not here for free. The compensation plan we're using, we like to call it a dual team, but I'll be totally transparent with you. For those of you that want understanding, it is a binary compensation plan with a twist. There's something I know about this industry. There's something I know about compensation plans. I wrote some compensation plans in this industry in the past. I didn't write this one, of course, but I've had great success. I've had almost 3 million people in my downlines over the years. I've done over $2.7 billion in sales. So I know what's going on with a lot of comp plans. A lot of compensation plans, in my personal opinion, have good, bad, ugly features. The really cool thing about this binary is it's 2023. What I'm looking for in a compensation plan, to be honest with you, is not just a unilevel, not just a binary, not just a matrix, not just a stair-step breakaway, not just a straight line down line, not just a hybrid conversion type compensation plan. There's all kinds of things you can do. But what we really need to do is we need to create psychological momentum. You can have the greatest compensation plan in the world. You can run out there in the industry and blab your mouth off about this, that, and the other. But you know what? I personally believe, as a scholar of this industry, not a dummy of this industry, but as a leading scholar of this industry, I said it at the beginning, not only do people have to change, our industry needs to change. The language has to change. Compensation plans have to change. Corporate executives have to change. Top dog leaders in this industry have to change. I believe everything has to change. That's just my personal belief system. You don't have to agree with it. but I do. So what am I talking about? In this compensation plan, everyone has to have two legs. You have to sponsor on the left, you have to sponsor on the right. You have the opportunity to have a toggle switch in your back office. In your back office, there is a toggle switch. It's under Nitro line. There's a link in the back office, the menu, Nitro line. You can move to the left, you can move to the right. Every individual creates momentum. This is not a welfare program. I want to make that perfectly clear, because I hear comments out there in this industry all the time about people saying, well, do I get spillover? Do I get spillover? Sure, it's available. But you know what? People are looking up to you to be a leader in this industry, not a freeloader. And this is just me having, come to Jesus conversation. No offense about religion here. I'm not a religious person, but I really want to get this out on today's call. This is my Saturday morning sermon. We have to work together in spirit and friendship. We have leads. There's no excuses. It's not about, well, hey, I got in this program and I didn't see my spillover. If that's you, please don't come into the business opportunity. All right. It's like I tell my daughter, if you're not going to clean up your room, don't ask me for $200. Okay. We work together. We dig the trenches together. We make it happen together. We've got each other's backs together. We become family together. At least that's the vision I have. And again, that might not be your vision, but this is why I was one of the creators of this program. This is who I am. This is what I'm all about. So we have two teams here. Sorry, two legs, but it is two teams. Definitely, you've got a right team and a left team. You're not paid on the power leg, just so you know. When you see you have 200 or 300 people underneath you, you don't get paid on that. Volume is banked on that. You get paid on the lesser leg. And if you take a look at this illustration in the binary, you're getting 25% of the lesser leg. All right. So in this case, you've got $120 or, CV in volume. All right. So you have 120 CV in volume. That's going to pay out 25% or $255 on the lesser leg, just based on a very minuscule volume. Imagine if that was $10,000 or $20,000 in volume or $30,000 in volume. You're getting close to five figures there. All right. Right team, 1,500 CV, 120 was paid out on the left, minus 1,500 minus the 120. You see it in the right corner there. So you take the volume from the left, you subtract it from the right. You've got 480 in volume banked for the next run. All right. You can earn up to and a little bit more than $25,000 a week or $100,000 a month. How's that? That's got to be enough to go to Taco Bell. There are 5 ways to earn. Now, I want to make this perfectly clear because I know a lot of you have questions. Val, will you be answering this? Val, will you be answering that? Not on today's call, just because we want to expedite, give people an opportunity to get excited, feel a vibe, feel an energy, make a free decision, because everything here right now is free. And it will always be free, and I'll explain that in a second, but we're not asking you for money today. 5 ways to earn money. Matching bonus, 10% on everyone you personally sponsor. Some of you yesterday sponsored, I don't know, some of you think 180, 117, 96 people. So multiply 96 matching bonuses times 10%. That's a pretty good income alone for those of you that are overachievers. When people activate, choose to activate, make the right decision and activate. And then you've got the 3-tier fast start system. 30, 5, and 5 on 3 levels. All right. We have a global loyalty bonus pool that can add up as thousands and thousands of sales come in from all over the world. There will be a small pool there, which will be a large pool as far as money, but a small percentage. It all adds up, and that can be a check distribution center for those of you that are showing leadership qualities. And it comes with certain qualifications. We can talk about that in the near future. Accelerated dual team, that's the binary. That's where we work together. We all work together in helping build the organization. The lead store, this is what excites the attorneys of the industry. We've got a lead store. We're not selling memberships. We've got a lead store, a real product that's being retailed We're selling leads. You become a lead seller, and you all know this. Anyone that owns a lead selling company, a lead provider selling tools to the industry, is making money. These leads, you can use them for anything you want. You don't have to use them here if you don't want to. Maybe you're in weight loss. Maybe you're in health and nutrition. Maybe you're doing another business opportunity of some kind. Maybe you're selling $9 memberships out there on the internet and you want to add maybe 10 or 20 people a month. You can use these 100 leads a month to promote whatever it is you want. Once you have them, you own them. Those are yours. We do not dictate to you what it is you need, want, desire. The Nitro line. This is what I was talking about the year 2023. Marketing plans have to change. Marketing plans alone are not pulling people anymore. I think people are waking up from the manipulation. All right. And, like I said, dead downlines don't lie. There was a tape out there in the industry back in my day called Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Well, dead downlines don't lie. Have you ever had somebody say to you, hey, I brought in 54 people, or hey, I have 63 people on my team? And then they come back to you like a couple days later. Hey, the 63 people quit, or nobody's building it. Why isn't anyone building it? You don't need motivational tapes. You don't need to take somebody's workshop. You don't need to buy somebody's course on the internet. You just need the damn leads. People just need prospects to talk to. If I got started in this industry 43 years ago, I didn't need to go see Anthony Robbins. I'd only do all that stuff if I needed a quick fix, I don't need a quick fix. I just want people to talk to, please, and thank you, and let me build a business. Without people, there's no money. Leads are the blood source to this industry, the bloodline to this industry. Without it, we're done. Your compensation plan is not going to save you. Nothing's going to save you. It's a people transaction industry. There's a copy of the back office, kind of, sort of speak. You can see some videos there on some of the illustrations. We've got some of the best capture page systems I've ever seen. Why do I say that? Because some of us got together and wrote the scripts. We worked in unison, and we psychologically hypnotized people through our verbiage to get them to say yes, to at least locking in a free position. Outside of that, we can't control the mental well-being of other individuals, but we got the tools to keep hitting them heavy and hard, bombarding them. Our back office is always a reminder of why you want to be here. People are going to be logging into their back office 20, 30 times a day. It's going to be like that Facebook addiction. What do you guys do? What are you doing right now? Hey, what are you doing on a Friday night? Well, sorry, man, I can't come out. I'm sitting in my back office. You got to see this. Live feeds going on. The numbers are just going boom, 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 boom. So it's fantastic when you have a live interactive back office that is creating excitement. And I hate to say this, but I have to be honest with you. I'm not going to play games with you. It's almost like being in a casino. Other companies I've been in their back offices, and it's like, there's some back offices that I'm associated with. I haven't even been there in 3 years. Never mind 30 times in a day. That's the difference. So what makes this unique? What makes it exciting? It's the psychology that was put in here to empower human beings to modify their behavior in a very interesting way. Think about that on a really deep level. Okay, so this is what makes the compensation plan so unique, so exciting. What's a Nitro line? Well, Nitro line are two words that are in the dictionary. That's about it. But when you look at Nitro line, it does something to the subconscious mind, which does something to the conscious mind. They're just words. It's a modification. It's a customization. And why am I putting an emphasis on this? Because some of you asked me to. Some of you really want to understand how this works. A Nitro line is just a title, but it's a customized piece of software that creates psychological momentum with human beings. How's that? You will never find anyone else in the industry that can explain it to you like I did. All right? Psychological momentum in the mindset of other human beings. So what it is, it's a basic binary, but with a customized feature. This binary can do some really cool heavy-duty things. Every leg is promoted by somebody. There's always an upline. So you're going to have 2, You're going to have 4, you're going to have 8, you're going to have 16, you're going to have 32, you're going to have 64, you're going to have 128. Those are 128 legs. And so momentum is created by your individual upline. That's not created by the company. It is and it isn't. But you have numerous legs within a binary, and they can only be fulfilled by people building people, not the company doing it all while everyone sits back and says, "It's my telomere, it's my telomere. I mean, promise it." That's not how marketing works. It's a collective effort of everybody. Okay? So here's the really cool thing about the dynamics here. So we kind of have a holding tank. If I may use that terminology, we kind of have a holding tank. When people come in, do we hustle them? Do we grind them? Do we beat them up? Hopefully not. They get to come in for free. Why do they get to come in for free? Well, when I go out, I just bought another BMW last week. But when I bought my 19th BMW, what I did is I took it for a test drive and I didn't have to take any money out of my pocket. They allowed me to explore the car for 2 hours. What we do here is we allow people to explore the business for free for 7 days, and then they are either empowered to make a decision or they can go back out to a world with no oxygen. Okay? I just have to be a little bit tough on that because that's how I honestly feel. I really believe this is a savior type program. So anyhow, here's how it works. They all get a free position. They're entered into a leg. Whatever leg that is, I don't know. I don't control. Could be a right, could be a left. That's all depends where they're placed with their upline, who their sponsor is, the dynamics of the compensation plan. Okay? They come in. They take their position. They get to promote. They get to see if they've got the skill set to close a free deal using some of the best closers in the world to help them do that. Okay, we've got the tools to pull this off. Free. Okay, so their position is, you see that diagram right there. There's you. And if you look 4 steps up, 4 uplines up, you've got John. All these people come in to that particular leg in a company. Now, through the Nitro line system, at the end of Thursday, it goes from Thursday to Thursday. Let me just move forward a little bit here. Someone's going to decide it's time to get some friends and get the party rolling. From Thursday to Thursday, the cutoff is 12 o'clock a.m. All right. Once it's 12 a.m. Thursday, the following Thursday, 1 week, there's a decision that has to be made. Do I pay the $69.95 or do I just kind of sit there and wait? Let my position just sit there and observe? No problem. 2 choices there. Or a person can leave altogether. That's up to them. But big mistake. You'll never, ever get a second chance of being positioned again like you can now. Okay? So here's what happens with the software. It calculates, it looks, it tracks down everything, all the movement, all the motion, all the monetary processing that takes place. If people, let's say you had 72 people in one of the legs within the binary system. And out of the 72 people, let's say you were number 4. Thursday comes around 12 o'clock and you did not activate your position at $69.95. And let's say 57 of those people underneath did and you didn't. You know what's going to happen? Those 57 people, this is why it's called Nitro Line. Nitro Line is just a fancy title for fast and furious psychological empowerment. That's all it is. What happens is the 54 people will leap over you and boom, they take the next spot. So the unactive people that weren't wise enough, smart enough to lock in at $69.95 to get their leads, to be introduced to an incredible business opportunity, drop down. I don't know about you, but if I saw 54 people get past me that were once my downline, and I saw $300-400 in commissions past me, I'd probably be pretty upset with myself. That's exactly how this program works. So the Nitro system works in every leg of the binary. The key to making it work in a right or left leg is the people that are above you? Are they empowered? Are they building? Are they bringing people in? Now, personally, for me, there's no excuse on God's earth why a human being, and every human being, so if you brought in 2 people today, you should have at least 40 people in your organization within 2-3 days. Because in my personal world, 2 people in your organization could very easily be responsible for bringing 20 to 40 to 60 people. And I know that personally. When we started this off yesterday, it had to start from, I guess, us, me, and a couple other people from the top down. And we brought in a lot of people yesterday to make this work along the way. So I hope you got it, get it good. We can do a training on that at another time, but understand what allows people to leapfrog is the processing of money that locks in the position $69.95 per month. Your $69.95 per month, by the way, can also come out of your commissions. As you're developing commissions in the back office, you don't have to worry about credit card. The other really cool thing about this business opportunity is because we are in just about every country around the world. Some countries have different regulations, of course, whether they're, dictatorships or whatever. We'll also look at avenues to get into those countries. Cryptocurrency to be paid out, cryptocurrency to be paid in as another option, as well as fiat currency. Most companies can't do that. We can. The infrastructure has been in place for a number of years with the partners to do that. They've been doing it for the last 8 years successfully. So this is not a brand new rodeo. This division might be a brand new division, but the infrastructure here has been around for a decade. You're in secure hands, and it's all been validated, verified with one of the biggest MLM attorneys in the industry. All right. I don't need to name names here on this call, just so you know, because I know what you're all going to do. You're going to send 400 texts to their office. That's not the way this works, but we're doing everything according to the governing bodies. And I think that's really important for you all to understand. You are not allowed to pay commissions on memberships. That is illegal. You have to pay commissions on retail products and delivering real products. Just want you to understand how that works, because somebody asked me that question yesterday. So here we go. There's you. You decide to activate. You lock in. Guess what? You'll never want to get passed ever again. You got passed once, possibly. You'll never do it again. You might have lost out on 2,000-3,000 people. You might have lost out on 3-4 people. You might have lost out on 60-70 people. That all depends on how well your team is working together as an upline, downline unit. Okay? After the weekly Thursday, Monday night, I think I told you what happens there. You're locked in. You level up. Nobody's going to be passing you. You're going to be passing other people that forgot, were neglectful, didn't have any business acumen, and you come out a winner. Congratulations. You're totally awesome. Each week, new members get excited. It's going to happen. You're going to see it happen this week. You're going to see it happen next week. More and more people are going to come in. Word's getting out. Our capture pages are second to none. The videos are second to none. The marketing materials are second to none. And I think you've got some really great leadership here that I think is second to none. I wouldn't have been here if I didn't believe in the people that were behind this. I've got so many other things I could be doing with my life right now. And I stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning helping people last night. My wife, I don't know, we're going to have to talk that out. But you know what? She thinks it's worth it. I think it's worth it. But you know what? I'm not doing it for me. Honestly, I'm doing it for you. I don't have to be here. My life is a little bit different than most. All right. So it's about people, servicing people. We are here to help. We are here to empower. And all we want to do is work in friendship and spirit. And that's why we are called We Got Friends. We don't have enemies. We got friends. All right. So just reiterating, $69.95 a month, one-time $20 activation fee. Digital hacks. You're going to love this. We've got some great scripts you can use for texting. We've got some great video clips. I'll just kind of give you an example of what I mean by a video clip. I think Messenger is a very powerful tool. I do very well at Messenger. And I don't even have to tell people my name's Val Smith to use that as an influence. I don't have to do anything. I just send out a video. It's unmarked. It's really cool. I've done this in a past company and I signed up 78 people in 20 minutes, 17 minutes, 18 minutes, I don't know, 27 minutes. They saw they saw a video that was like 1 minute and 19 seconds. It blew their minds. What am I saying? I'm saying we create really good material here that gets into people's heads. Other companies don't do it. They just send stuff out, but we're looking at it from the art and science, almost like a medical team. What causes people's behavior to make decisions? All right. So our hack library, it's ours. It's not, hey man, we got all these guys' courses from around the internet. It's ours. The training is ours. We create it. Our personalities are behind it. You're going to love it if you really want to make money. All right. And that's just, I mean, for $69.95 a month, I would be in just for that. That's like kick butt. We got Friends Lead Store. I remember when I sold $91 million in courses on the internet. I remember I was sending like $11,000 a week to my lead supplier. It was crazy. I realized how much money he was making off me in the leads, and in his lead company. He was making fabulous money, and I don't blame him. God bless him. It's about prosperity, right? But then I realized how much money were to be made in leads. If I could go back 43 years ago, if I could go back 43 years, just turn the clock back, you know what I'd be doing? I would have a lead store. That's the most important tool in the industry. Don't let anyone tell you the most important tool is traffic and list building. Oh yes, those are very important, but having leads, having people that ask me questions, that's a slam dunk. That's everything I've ever prayed for. Dear Heavenly Father, bring somebody to me that's asking for a business. All right, that's the way I roll. Link in bio. This is a savior to families, single moms, single dads, struggling families financially. Families got devastated in the last couple of years, and families have been devastated for decades. But this LinkedIn Bio Savings Club, I'm seeing horror stories in news media, social media. I have friends that were once multimillionaires that now have very little to share in their life. Some of them are almost living on the streets. This is going to be a game-changing life experience for those people. Just the LinkedIn Bio Savings Club. Now, just before I say goodbye to you all here, I guess the big question is, well, hey, Val, I can get that stuff on the internet if I can search. Yeah, well, guess what? We did all the work for you. But you know what makes this really cool? One of our partners in the back office literally sat down, took time out of his life, and created video tutorials to show you how to execute using the apps, how to download the apps, how to navigate the apps, how to maximize the potential of the apps. Why is that important? Because old senior citizens like me don't know how to use technology all that well. Do you know my daughter's 16 years old and she does all my banking for me? My wife doesn't. My daughter runs my entire financial empire at age 16 because I don't know how to do it. All right. I don't know how to do the technology. I just know how to go to the bank and do deposits. I just don't know how to operate it. So if you ever come to my house, you'll see her running my life through my cell phone. What am I saying to you? I'm saying not all of us know how to do things. It's not that we're dumb and stupid. It's just we're not of that generation. And so what one of our partners did is he took the time out and he basically put easy step-by-step navigational video tutorials to make life easier for people like me that don't know what they're doing. And now I can save money every time I go out and make an extra couple $100 a month just for Taco Bell. All right. All right. So here's how we roll. We get back to the person that was kind enough and smart enough to put us on this presentation. Tell them you enjoyed the presentation. Tell them you don't see any risk here because there is no risk here. The worst thing that's going to happen to you here is you're going to meet a lot of beautiful, wonderful people. You're going to develop some new friendships. You're going to learn some really cool stuff along the way that you cannot learn in any other company. How do I know that? I just do. This is not my first rodeo. You don't become a Jedi Master marketer, hanging out with a bunch of broke people. So if you want to hang out with some very wealthy, very seasoned, very polished, very caring people, you're going to love this business opportunity. But if you're looking to be hustled, if you're looking to be taken advantage of, you might as well get off this call and look for something else because that's not who we are. So with that, I'm going to say love you all in spirit. We will be holding presentations specifically for various different topics as we journey along. Right now, we are in free launch, then we go into pre-launch, and then we will go into launch. And that's when commissions will be paid. Some of you, and I know who your names are, will be receiving some pretty incredible commission checks coming out of the gate. Congratulations. Really appreciate your work. Love what you're doing. And thank you for setting an example for those that'll be coming after. I really have a lot of respect for people that respect others and do the work. All right. That's what at least we are all about. So I hope that resonates with every single one of you. Outside of that, make sure you're in our Facebook group. We have a fabulous Facebook group. Again, we'll put you on this call. We'll introduce you to that Facebook group. You can stay updated there. You can ask questions in there. And we won't be taking posts in there, just so you know. We're not at this stage. We're in the beginning. We got a lot of stuff going on. So instead of letting 4,000, 3,000 people put all their posts in that group, motivational quotes and all those things, please forgive us. We're not going to do that in this time and space right now. It's not the correct thing to do. Okay, we will answer questions within comments, but right now we are focused on getting this off the ground. A few thousand people came in yesterday once we gave the green light, and I'm sure a few thousand more people are going to be coming in daily, on a daily basis, for some time. Word is getting out. Are you able to lock in a free position? Yes or no? That's the big question you've got to ask yourself today, and I really, really hope the answer is yes. Once again, God bless you all. Love you all in spirit. Have yourself a wonderful day. Bye for now.